BBC Radio Kent.
Good morning, I'm Stephen Allen. Is there a problem in recruiting young people into the church, whether it's attendee or into the clergy? 03459 811111. And indeed, from Twitter, you can tweet at BBC Radio Kent. Lee in Leeds got in touch and joins me on the phone now. Good morning, Lee.
Morning, Steve. How are you doing?
Not bad at all. What are your thoughts? Are young people being turned off from religion?
They are. I know your previous caller, a few callers ago, were saying how he got into schools to find people that way.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that's what put me off.
So what was your experience? How did it put you off?
I remember being in primary school. I must have been about 10 years old, 11, singing songs about Jesus Christ. It was boring. We didn't understand Jesus because we had RE, religious education, at secondary school.
Yeah. But
we were singing songs about Jesus in primary school.
So what didn't gel about that for you?
We didn't know what we were singing about. We didn't pray. We didn't learn the laws of prayer. We learned that in high school. But we were singing about Jesus. We didn't even know who the man was, what he did, why he's so special. We all piled to assembly on the morning, sing a song about stuff we don't understand, and it really annoyed us in the end, and it put us off.
Right, so what should be happening in schools then that leaves open the opportunity for recruitment? I know I'm using that word again, but you know what I mean.
I think we do need RE in primary schools, but not being too hardcore. We need to learn a mixture, whether it's Christianity, whether it's Buddhism. There's a huge variety of stuff to learn about. I don't think it should just be one.
Well, that's the thing. RE isn't really teaching. It's more like giving the information about different religions, isn't it?
That's right. You just worded it perfectly there, Steve. It's information we need.
But is that going to get more people into the church? Just giving them info? I mean, you can't really join more than one religion if you're going to be taught all of them. You have to take a pick.
Yeah, but if we are given information, we can then go on Google, go on Twitter, go on Facebook, and learn that stuff in our own time. If we're given little bits of information at school, we can then research it in our own time and decide which one, if any, is for us.
Interesting. And I was going to say, it doesn't seem like a very traditional path into religion, but just a moment ago I was saying that we need to modernise our ideas. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's the staying at home researching. But if you stay at home and research your way into religion, does that mean you're going to start going to a church?
Not necessarily. I remember there's a BBC programme, the BBC One. It's not about Christianity, but the young girl has a headscarf on, and she doesn't go to pray. She prays at home. She doesn't go anywhere. She uses her iPhone app, uses her laptop. She does her religious stuff online. And that's the way the world is. The high street's falling, the cinemas are failing, people aren't doing much out of the house anymore apart from work. So it's typical of churches to be failing as well.
I see exactly what you're saying. We often do stories where we're talking about people not using high streets, staying at home more. I guess it's aiming high to assume the one reason they'd still leave the house is to go to church.
It's like I'm in my 20s. People my age wake up on Sunday morning, put the TV on, maybe watch Hollyoaks, or go on Twitter, go on Facebook, don't even leave the house to buy a newspaper, never mind going to church.
Yeah. So is that the face of religion? Would you be happy if that's what religion became?
Yes and no. As a 20-year-old, me in my 20s, I feel like that is the way we're going. But we don't need churches to close down. So it's a hard situation to balance, really.
I mean, there are ways of going online. You can get God online. There are sites from church groups who do online sermons. But you're right. Yeah. If everyone's viewing it online, well, it's like the cinema, is it? If everyone watches TV and things on their big screen, cinemas suffer. The churches are going to be the new cinemas. People
assume that it's for old people. It's like, I don't know about you down in Kent, but up here in Leeds, we get people coming to the door trying to teach us about the church. We don't want people banging on our doors to try and teach us about the Bible. Again, that puts us off as well. But
that's the thing. I mean, if you're put off by the idea of someone trying to spread the word, then you've got yourself in a loop there, haven't you?
Exactly.
Okay. So when was the last time you went to church?
It would have been with school. back in the 90s, maybe Harvest Festival or Christmas, something like that.
Yeah. And if you went now, because we were speaking with the last caller, this idea, we've just come across it, the idea of feeling it's not about being welcome, but feeling awkward. You're attending something that someone else knows an awful lot about. In my head, it's akin to when first time at a new gym. You feel a bit awkward. Yeah. Would you feel like that going to a church?
Yeah, because I remember, it's actually a funny point you just made. The last time I went to church, when I was at school, the vicar, a really nice woman, she said, "God bless you," when you were left. I didn't know what to say, so I said it back to her. I didn't know what to do. And that's the problem. Because churches are so close-knit, if you go in, where do you sit? Where do you have to pick something up? The people don't understand what to do when you go into a church.
So what can they do? I mean, this seems like we've identified a problem. How can they solve it?
Again, the internet. If, let's say I wanted to go to my local church, if they had a website, they could tell us what to do. Say maybe fill a form in, so they can welcome you. They can meet you outside, maybe. You can start in the car park. Or the gardens of the church, if they have a garden.
Okay.
You need a lot of information to know what to do, and again, the internet is the best place for that.
I see what you're saying. Do you know, Lee, thank you very much for speaking to me today, and I'd like to throw that out as a question. Would you be happy with religion becoming something that's more online? If we don't have enough young people getting involved, would you like to see it become more of an e-thing? Should there be the app, the online, a website that tells you how to do it and turn up at a church? What are your thoughts? 03459 81 1111. It's BBC Radio Kent.